Welcome back, guys, to Kerbal Space Explosion. And that title for this series, this episode, may be quite appropriate because the time has finally come to try to land our Eve lander on Eve, which is why I named it the Eve lander, because it's gonna go to Eve, I hope. Well, it's going to Eve, definitely, but hopefully all in one piece. So, what we need to do now, after landing on Gilly last episode, we have to undock our interplanetary stage and move away from it slightly. Then we're going to use our tugboat here to push our lander out of Eve orbit so that it falls into Eve's gravity well and gets dragged down by its dense atmosphere. Now, the tricky bit that I anticipate being hard to do and is going to be timing the parachutes. The parachutes are going to deploy, and that at 500 meters above the ground, you can see here altitude 500, they're going to expand. And that's going to slow us down radically. And I did some tests on Kerbal with this guy to try and figure this out. And what we need to do, I never actually got it to work, I should mention. I've never done it successfully in my tests on Kerbal. But what you have to do is fire your engines right before they deploy to slow you down to basically zero, so that there's no force of them yanking the top of your ship, which will make it explode in a billion pieces. We have to do that. But first, what we need to do, we need to undock this. Then we need to use the tugboat to get the lander out of orbit. Then we've got to undock the tugboat and redock it with our interplanetary stage before this guy lands. We should have enough time to do that. We have about 5 hours if we just do like a little maneuver there. 6 hours until we get to about that point. It should be enough time. So let's go ahead and start to undock these guys. This may take a little while because we have very low frame rates, but the low frame rate days are... Oh, okay, that's one. The low frame rate days are almost behind us. After we get rid of this lander, for one way or another, it's going to Eve. And after that point, our parts totals should be low enough that it shouldn't matter that much. Okay, click this one. Click that one. Where are my docked clamps? Where are my docked clamps? Did I undock all of them? I only undocked one. I'm pretty sure the center one should be docked, but it doesn't say that. And we did get the camera shift, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Huh. I only undocked the one, but it seems like they kind of all undocked. What do you think, Buzz? Are we ready to go? It seems that way. I wonder how that happened. Some mystery of the Kraken. Yeah, okay. Looks like it. Okay, so we're going to turn SAS and RCS on, and then we're just going to back up. Nope. See, they're still all firing. Okay, no good. No good. We're still docked somewhere, and it's not telling us for some reason. Click. I'm clicking. It's not responding. Okay, we'll see you in a second when I actually get this guy to undock. Click. Click. There we go. Okay, so let's do a little time acceleration to exaggerate this effect. Goodbye, interplanetary stage. We're not exactly done with you. Okay, now, what we need to do, we need to switch to control it from here. If I can click on this little guy, I've got a probe core under here. There we go. Control from here. It's gonna it's gonna flip us around. Switch flip. There, now we're, okay, go away. Jeez, it's so laggy. Now we're switched around. Next thing we need to do, these engines are all of these, so they're not actually active. I deactivated these engines some time ago, and instead of just trying to flip through all the staging, I'm just gonna activate them manually. A little sound effect. There's that. There's that. There's that. There's that. Excellent. Okay. Now we need to burn retrograde. We need to go this way. So we're going to spin over. And another thing which I haven't really put too much thought into is the fact that Eve has a lot of water on it, and we need to make sure we land on the land. Ideally, I would like to land on one of the mountains because it would be higher up and would make taking off from Eve a little bit easier. We'll see if that's feasible or not. Okay, now let's take a look. So there's Eve. I think we'll just try to stay close to the equator, and we're going to land where we land. Let's turn RCS off and SCS on. Our apoapsis is going down. Let's make sure we're not pointing at the interplanetary stage. We're not. Excellent. Also want to try to land in the daylight, and because the atmosphere is so thick, I think it's okay if we enter fairly sharply into this guy. So I want to basically land right here. And that is slowly being changed. And afterwards, I can fill this guy back up with fuel from the interplanetary stage right there. So we should have plenty of fuel for it to do stuff later on. If we need to use it, for instance, to go pick up this guy, we probably could. But that's something for another episode. We have enough to worry about as it is. Okay, getting there. Our periapsis is about to disappear. And let's not go too crazy. Maybe let's not aim for the exact center here, but let's shoot for somewhere halfway between the outer edge here and the center there. And let's check our tank. Tank! Oh yeah, tons of fuel, no problem. Okay, go away. Quite laggy. But we're almost done with the laggy stuff, I hope. And I did another lap around this orbit because Eve was currently on the ocean side. It's about half ocean, half land, it seems like. So hopefully we should be able to land on the land. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Okay, let's cut the engines. And say goodbye to our lander. Actually, we can do this. Go! There we go. That's what I wanted to do. That is what allowed us to dock to our interplanetary stage. No longer need it. That's a bunch of parts that the game no longer has to load. Let's undock. Oh, right. Undock. Undock. Click. Undock. Sweet. Okay, and now open that back up. Now we need to get back to our interplanetary stage. So let's back up here. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. All right, and where is our interplanetary stage? It's probably behind us. No, it's in front of us because we were burning retrograde. It's in front of us, right there. Set as target. All right, let's find it. Where is it? It is that away. All right, no problem. Spin around. Oh, look how agile we are. It's so nice. Let's turn RCS off. We're going to use the engine at first. And we have plenty of time to dock with this guy before we have to worry about the lander. We've got about 6 hours to do this maneuver. Should be plenty. Go and do a quick save. And we'll burn away ever so gently. We have all these extra stuff, which I don't really know how to get rid of, so we'll just leave them there. And we'll be careful not to press spacebar, because I don't want to stage our parachutes. And we'll get up to a decent clip here. 30's probably good. We can always use time acceleration to exaggerate the effect. Oh, these all disappeared. See that? They just disappeared. Okay, can we delete that? Goodbye. You know what I'd like to do, actually? Wait, what happened to my parachutes? Ooh. Oh, this guy doesn't have parachutes. Right. This is not a lander. So we don't really... Okay, can we just... There. Okay, good. Let's just simplify things a bit. 3.1 kilometers. Oh, we're getting farther away. Okay. Fine. Let's burn towards it then. I thought we were... Okay, yeah, we need to... There we go. There we go. Whoops. We didn't do enough. So there's our lander right there. And already the frame rate is increasing. We're up to 12 frames per second. All right. We can accelerate. Whoa. Uh-oh, lag. I think that was the lag of it loading in this guy. But we'll be able to unload the other one. So I'm going to hit the engines. What about now? Okay, I just want to make our relative velocity 0. So we're now a mere 200 meters. This thing is pretty spry, so we're gonna point right at it and do one last burn, and then we'll do the rest on RCS. We'll go up to about 10 meters per second, because I can flip this guy around pretty quickly. Yeah, look at, oh man, oh gosh, okay, it's a little bit too maneuverable. It's so nice to have something so maneuverable for once. Okay, let's slow down a bit. There. Perfect. Now, we're going to head straight for this guy. Set that as our target. No, I want this as my target. I wonder why... No target. No, let's try. Yeah. This little bracket thing here, it should read right there. That would be a little bit more accurate, but oh well. Let's point right at that. Well, at least our little marker has updated to being pointed right at that. So we'll go in at like 3 meters per second and get nice and close. We can get nice and close. See how, oh my gosh, how quickly I can flip this thing around. It takes like 5 minutes to flip around the super ship when I had everything assembled. Like the Avengers, I guess. There, okay, point 2. Good enough. We'll do the rest on RCS. Should be fairly simple. All right, so let's see. Let's go this way. And let's go towards it a bit. Pretty good. Yep, that's the right direction. We can adjust our heading as we get closer. Okay, that's good. Stop. 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 Point at it even more. Good. Okay. Pretty good. We're getting close. We are still... Oh yeah, that's much better. That's a much better angle in terms of the lighting. So we can see what's going on. And looks like we're more or less right on target. I might do another little adjustment here. Let's go that way. We want to go this way. Go this way. There we go. Oh, so much easier than manipulating that huge thing. The whole ship. I already have many ideas for ways to make my super mission to Jewel, which we'll be doing after this super mission. Ways to make that better. More modular, less gigantic parts. Uh-oh. Okay. A little bit off target there. Let's see, we need to go that way a bit. All right, you two, now kiss. No, crap. Kiss. There we go. And united as one. All right. Phew. Okay, we did that. Not so bad. We will leave our solar panels deployed just in case. I really need to put these on their own stage here for later, just in case I hit spacebar 7 times by accident or something. Let's put them up there. Those are the parachutes for our hitchhiker storage container, which is hopefully going to bring back some of our guys which have been stranded out here. Now, we've done that. Let's switch to the Eve lander launcher and accelerate until we get close to the atmosphere here. All right, here we go. This is the moment of truth. This is what we've all been waiting for. Time to see if we can land on Eve itself with this monstrosity we've constructed. Let's get a little bit lower, and then I'm going to go back to normal time and put away our parachutes, which we're not, our parachutes, put away the solar panels. We do need the parachutes for sure. Okay, let's, whoa. Okay, that's low enough. And then let's get over to that retrograde marker and turn on SAS. So we're gonna enter the atmosphere in just a second, and it's gonna try to flip us around because the bottom end is kind of fatter than the big end, so the aerodynamics are gonna wanna spin us. We need to resist that with everything we have, every fiber of our being, Buzz Kerman. He doesn't care. He's having a ball. He'd probably prefer that we crashed if he had a say, but you don't have a say. Okay, we're going to enter the atmosphere right at beneath 100,000. I think it's 96,000, something like that. So let's get back on the retrograde, and we need to wrestle with the ship and with the aerodynamics to keep it straight so that when the parachutes deploy, we don't get jerked around so hard that the lander gets torn in pieces. So this is the first hurdle to cross. Let's see if we can make it. Okay, so far so good. It's wanting to spin us. I'm trying to counteract it with the SAS. So far so good. So far so good. The more off-center we get, the harder it is to control. Oh, it's slipping off. No! No, parachutes, where are you? There you are. Okay, turn SAS off. Whew. Okay, so that's hurdle number 1. That should slowly diminish, that rocking back and forth. As we get slowed down by the atmosphere, our trajectory there is diminishing. Our arc is shrinking very quickly. And we're going to hit the ground in just a few minutes. We've got a few other things to do before then, but first we're just going to sit here and wait for the atmosphere to slow us down. Eventually, the air will slow us down enough that we're falling straight down, and then we're going to turn... Well, eventually we'll turn SAS back on, but before that, at a certain altitude, at around 2150, the parachutes are going to deploy. Well, they're already deployed, but they're going to expand outwards. And that is going to create a ton of drag and a ton of force on the top of our ship, and if we were to just let them do their thing, they would rip our ship apart 100% into a million pieces. Or maybe not a million, but a lot of pieces. So we need to fire our engines at around 2450, something like that, to slow us down enough so that when that happens, that the parachutes expand, that the force isn't so great that it rips our ship apart. That is the next hurdle. But that's going to take a while. For now, we just need to wait for the ship to descend a bit. All right, here we go. Here we go. The moment of truth. 2450 is the number we're looking for on the altimeter. And go. Jets, do your thing. And then watch for the parachutes and then cut the engines as soon as they deploy. If all is successful, there, cut them. Yeah! Yes, we did it. Oh man, okay. We're not done yet. We are not done yet. Deploy landing legs, landing gears. Now, I think 7.7 meters per second is too fast. And so we're going to have to fire the engines once more when we get very close to the ground. We have to wait until we get very low, though, because we need as much of this fuel as possible to take off, to get out of here later. And so we're going to use this shadow right here to gauge our approach, to see how low we are. When we get pretty close to the shadow, I'm going to fire the engines again. And hopefully, if everything goes well, swell and well, we will land lightly enough that we won't damage any of these rockets. We don't have a lot of clearance between the rockets and the landing legs, unfortunately. I would love some more clearance. Maybe I should have built that into the design, but I don't know. There wasn't a lot of room for extra things. I put as many landing legs on here as I possibly could. Here we go. Don't want to fire too early, though, because we will waste fuel. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. And fire. Fire. Keep firing. And touchdown. Okay, did we do it? Did we do it? I think we did it. I think we did it. We used up our external tank, this one. We used this. Wait, no. Sorry. Spin around. We use this. And, oh, that has a tiny amount left. Huh, that's weird. That's, that should transfer down to there. No, it says 0. Oh my gosh, my brain is so fried. I'm not thinking clearly. And then we've used a little bit of this guy. So we've used 2 of those. But if you look at the ground, I see air in between the engines and the ground, which means the landing legs did their thing. Oh, I never turned SES on. That's okay. We don't need it. We do not need it. We did it. I cannot believe we did it, but we did. My heart. Be still, my heart. We still have to get off, but at least we can do some science, and we have a chance to get off. Let's do a quick save. F5, quick save. So even if I make a mistake now, we can fix it later. So that's it for this episode. Next episode, Buzz is going to try to get out via these ladders. Let's deploy the ladders, how about? There we go. Check that out. I put them on Action Group 2. It takes him a while to deploy. But he should be able to climb all the way down there. Painstakingly enough. I think he'll clip through the fuel lines. I don't think they have an actual physical presence in the game. I think they're only visual. We'll see. We'll find out. But we'll try to get him down and explore, get a soil sample, and then we'll find out if we can get off of Eve. But I can't even talk. I'm quite pleased with the fact that we actually landed without damaging anything. And if we get off, that will be a bonus for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. We're not done. We still have other things to do, particularly trying to get off. That will be an ordeal in itself. We'll see you next time. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.